A little over 500 miles separate Ann Arbor, Michigan and College Park, Maryland. But tonight, we'll be staying close to DC while we watch the number 4th ranked Michigan Wolverines take on the Maryland Terrapins. Welcome inside the Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland. For the Big Ten Network Plus, I'm Stephen Mailing alongside Kirsten Peterman. Now, Kirsten, obviously, tonight's a big night for Maryland. It's their senior night, and Michigan's coming off a daunting win in the Ohio State Quad Meet, a program best 198.025. How do you think Maryland's feeling tonight?
Yeah, obviously, senior night, their last time in Xfinity for these seniors. They're going to be both excited and emotional, but I think this Maryland Terrapins team really just wants to send out the seniors the best way possible.
Yeah, 100%. But when we're talking about this Michigan Wolverines team, we're going to be talking about the all-around star, Natalie Wojcik.
Yeah, Natalie is a superstar for this Michigan Wolverines team. She is ranked number 6th in the all-around in the nation, and she averages a 39.479.
Yeah, and then when we're talking on the flip side to the Maryland squad, we're going to be talking about senior Audrey Barber.
Exactly, senior. She has that senior leadership mentality, and she ranks number 22 in the all-around with an average of a 39.141.
Now we're going to take a little look at the rotation order here. Maryland's going to start off on the vault, and Michigan's going to start off on the uneven bars, and that's going to go vice versa, obviously, up until the last rotation. But we're talking about the Maryland squad. We're going to be looking at Coach Brett Nelligan. Nelligan now is in his 12th season as a head coach, and you know, he has brought in some of the top recruiting classes in program history and has led the program to 7 straight NCAA regional appearances from a span of 2009 to 2015. But then when we go over to the Michigan squad, you're talking about one of the best collegiate gymnastics coach in Bev Plotke. I mean, Plotke has done everything in her 30 looking to bring them back to the NCAA championships this year. And you know, it's going to be quite the matchup to witness tonight because Michigan's obviously has a lot of talented gymnasts on their squad, and Maryland's looking to make a good senior night out of it.
Absolutely. Really excited to see what these girls can do tonight.
Yeah, and now we have fans in the stands tonight. Now, the families, each player was given 4 tickets to have their families in the stands tonight, which is really awesome. Speaking of the challenges that we've been facing because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they're finally able to watch their kids in action, especially for the seniors. That's got to be awesome.
That's a wonderful feeling. It's been difficult for everyone not being able to have some fans, but it's great tonight seeing some fans in attendance. Yeah,
100%. Here we're going to look at the Maryland vault order. Reese McClure is going to kick it off for the Terrapins, and that's going to go all the way down to Alexis Rubio. You see Audrey Barber sitting at that 5th spot. Obviously, the senior has a lot to do tonight for the all-around. She's coming off of her best in the all-around against Rutgers last time out, so she will definitely be a topic of discussion tonight in the match. And then we're going to look on the flip side. Obviously, we're going to go over to Michigan. Now, Michigan's going to be starting out on the uneven bars tonight. And obviously, each squad's going to vice versa this. It's going to go, Maryland's going to be on the vault, then they're going to go to the uneven bars, then everyone's going to switch, and then we're going to come back. But it's going to be very interesting to see how Michigan fares tonight. And obviously, we're keeping an eye on number 6 there, Natalie Wojcik. And she obviously has her teammates there to support her. This Michigan squad has a handful of junior Olympians on there, a couple people who have taken the titles in state championships and also in national championships. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what both squads are able to produce tonight. Now, the last time that these two squads were head to square up, it actually got canceled. So this is the first time they're going to be seeing each other. But here we go. We're going to start off on the vault here. Here is sophomore Reese McClure taking it for Maryland. This sophomore competed in all meets last year. She had a 9.875 against Rutgers to take the beam title of the meet last time out.
And that was a beautiful Yurchenko full from Reese, just a tiny slide back, but that is exactly how they want to start this vault lineup.
100%. She is getting it done there. We'll take another look at this one here.
You see great body position in the air, and she opens up and just has to take the tiniest little hop back. That should be a great score for Reese.
And here we're going to move on over to the uneven bars. Abby Heiskell was starting it off for the Wolverines.
See a beautiful Jaeger release move there. Very clean.
Now, the junior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, earned 3 career event titles, including 1 on the vault and 2 on the uneven bars. So she is familiar with this field.
Beautiful handstand there. Blind full into a double tuck and a stuck landing for this Wolverines team. Great leadoff routine for Abby.
100%. Take another look at that.
See how tight her legs are together, how much height she gets off the bar, and she sees that landing and she drills it.
Absolutely no stutter in her landing. Her legs were solid. And here we're moving on over to the Terrapins, where Samantha Gilbert will take a crack at it for the Terrapins.
Sam is going to do a Yurchenko layout half, blind landing, but a great landing. Just takes one step forward, and that was a great vault for the freshman.
Now Samantha is a freshman out of Hamden. And we're taking another look here.
See, great block off the table. Looks for her landing there and a little smile at the end. They're going to be happy with that one.
Now back on over to the uneven bars, where we're going to see Naomi Morrison. Naomi Morrison's a freshman out of Chandler, Arizona. Her father, Daryl, played for the Washington football team, known as the Washington Redskins back in the day.
Great Ginger release move. Shoot over to handstand. Back up to the high bar. Just the dismount left, does a full out, and a great landing. Little balance check there, but that was a wonderful routine.
Definitely filling some big shoes there. The freshman stepping up big this season and coming through for the Wolverines. And now we're going to move back on over to the vault, where Sonia Glauber will be taking it for the Terrapins.
And this is Sonia's first appearance in this vault lineup this season.
Now, she's from Mission Viejo, California. That's a while from home.
That was a great Yurchenko full from the junior in the 3 spot for Maryland. Take another look. See how much height she gets off the table. Great distance, and she is excited about that one.
And now we're going to move back on over to the uneven bars, where sophomore Gabby Wilson out of Ypsilanti, Michigan, will take to the bars. Now, she finished the season ranked among the top 50 nationally on vault. She was tied for 28th, and also tied for 28th on floor last season. She was also last season the All-Big Ten first team.
Great release. Good shoot over to handstand. She's gonna go back up to the high bar. Hitting those handstands very nicely. Big double layout dismount and just the tiniest of steps. That was a great routine for Michigan.
We'll take another look at that one.
Take another look at the dismount. Beautiful.
Now we're moving back over to the vault, where Kalia Burgess, the senior.
Kalia does a big Yurchenko full and a great landing. Almost a stick. I want to say she stepped out of it on time to give her stick, but we'll see what the judges think. That was a great vault for Kalia.
We'll take another look here.
Great height, good body position in the air, and she gets great distance.
And now we're going to head back over to the uneven bars, where Nicoletta Koulis will head to it for the Wolverines. Now, Koulis is a sophomore out of Long Beach, California. She's a 3-time state champion there.
Good Jaeger. Another shoot over to handstand. Great line. Gearing up for the dismount. Double layout. And just a tiny hop backwards. That was another fantastic routine.
And now we're going to head back over to the vault. Talking about her in the beginning, Audrey Barber, the senior out of Temple Hills.
Another Yurchenko full and a fantastic vault for Audrey. Just a small hop backwards. Again, great height, great body position, and great distance. All the things that the judges are looking for.
And now we're going to head back to the uneven bars over to Michigan, where Sierra Brooks will take to it for the Wolverines. Now Brooks is a sophomore out of Plainfield, Illinois. She was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year last year, and she's the WCGA Northeast Gymnast of the Year as well.
Looks like she was a little far on that release move, wasn't able to hold onto the bar. She'll take the time she needs before remounting. Good shoot over to handstand. She's going to want to finish this routine nice and strong. Very difficult dismount, a full twisting double layout. You do not see that very often in NCAA gymnastics.
Now, do you think, Kirsten, do you think that that fall is going to hurt her score at all?
Yeah, the judges will have to take 0.5 off of that score. But again, 6 girls compete, 5 scores count. Michigan will hope to drop that score.
Let's go back to the vault for Maryland, Alexis Rubio. She looks like she cleanly took that.
Yeah, that was a great vault from what we saw. See a replay here. Great vault. Alexis is known for this event, and that is why she is in this anchor spot.
Now heading back to the uneven bars, the star of Michigan's team, Natalie Wojcik. Now Wojcik's resume runs long. When we're talking about an all-around player, she's an NCAA champion on the balance beam with a 9.95 in 2019. She was a 2019 Big Ten Freshman of the Year and a 2-time All-American. First team on the balance beam and second team in all-around back in 2019 as well.
She's going to want to get her team back off. That was a great release move. So much height on that Delchev. Great shoot over to handstand. Beautiful handstands. Great line. Just the dismount left. Sky high, double layout, and a stuck landing. That is exactly what this Michigan team needed after a fall.
The junior out of Douglasville, Pennsylvania, doing it all for the Wolverines.
Lays that out so nicely and knows exactly where the ground is.
Heading back over to the vault. Now we're in an exhibition. Randy Morris, another senior on senior night out of Arlington, Texas.
Yurchenko half and a stuck landing for Randy. That is a great vault for her senior night.
Take another look here.
Blind landing, very hard to stick, but she did this vault near perfectly in my opinion.
And now we're heading back over to the uneven bars for Michigan, where we have Carly Bauman. Now Carly is a freshman of West Des Moines, Iowa. She went to the same high school as former artistic gymnast Shawn Johnson. So there's some fun facts for you.
Some great release moves there, great connection. Toe blind, double front dismount, very hard, but just has to take the tiniest of steps. And that was a great routine in the exhibition spot.
Take another look here.
A great dismount for Carly.
And we're going to take a quick look at the scores at the end of the first rotation here. And it looks like Maryland's going to end up on the vault with a 49.25. That's not a bad showing for the Terrapins.
That is a fantastic score. And if I'm not surprised, that could possibly be a season high on vault for this Maryland squad.
Definitely have to check that. But coming up after the break, the squads will be switching spots when we come back on the Big Ten Network Plus. And we welcome you back inside the Xfinity Center here in College Park, Maryland. We're going to take a look at Michigan's individual uneven bars scores here. As you see all the way down at the bottom, Natalie Wojcik scoring with a 9.95. And the rest of the squad not doing too shabby either with a total of a 49.35. Not Michigan's best on the season, but certainly nothing to snuff at.
Yeah, that is a great way for them to start.
And now we're going to be looking at the overall scores. Obviously, Maryland was scored with a 49.25 on the vault. That is a season high for the Terrapins here on senior night, which is huge for the program. And obviously, Michigan here with the 49.35. Now, looking at the lineups, obviously, Michigan will be on the vault this rotation, and Maryland will be on the uneven bars. Now, normally for Maryland, we're going to be seeing, Aleka Chiknius at the top spot in the uneven bars, but it was announced today that she tore her Achilles on Wednesday. She's getting surgery today. So prayers up to Chiknius for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, obviously you'd never want to see an injury happen, but we just wish Aleka the best. And, we're obviously going to see someone new in the leadoff spot. So hopefully Maryland can do just great with that.
We'll see if the sophomore Sophia LeBlanc can step up in her place. Now going on over to the vault for Michigan's lineup. We're going to have Abby Heiskell, who started off the uneven bars as well. She's going to be leading it off for the Wolverines as well there. And then in that number 2 spot, I know we've been mentioning her a lot, but Natalie Wojcik is obviously sitting there, so we'll see how she performs. Yeah, and that's gonna get the squads going here in the rotation too. Now, we're talking Michigan. If we're talking Michigan here, we're talking about Bev Plotke has led the team to 2 second-place national placements. She was the 1994 NCAA Coach of the Year in gymnastics. Now, the program record, 198.025, obviously last time. We can see if they could top it here in College Park, but that is quite the obstacle. We'll be going here in a little while. But Michigan has only 1 loss on the season, and it came to Iowa. Iowa's atop the Big Ten Conference standings. They're sitting at 8-0. Michigan's 9-1, 6-1 in conference play. And again, that 1 loss is coming to Iowa. And Iowa's a pretty strong gymnastics team.
Yeah, absolutely. This Big Ten conference is phenomenal at gymnastics. So it's really great getting some teams from the same conference. And obviously this year it's been all within the same conference, facing head-to-head.
And here we'll be starting off at the vault again. Abby Heiskell, the junior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, will start it off for the Wolverines.
Zia Yurchenko full to lead things off, and a stuck landing. That is a vault that starts from a 10.0, and she did it near perfect. Difficult vault, blind landing, but she holds onto that stick.
And now we're going to head over to the uneven bars where Sophia LeBlanc will be starting it off for the Terps.
She blind full into a Ginger. Great shoot over to handstand. Beautiful handstand. Blind full. Double tuck. And a stuck landing for Maryland. That was a great way for Sophia to start this event off.
And we'll take another look here.
Holds on to it. Fantastic.
Yeah, last time Sophia was out at Rutgers, she scored a 9.825 on the bars there. So we'll see how she scores this time at home. Heading back over to the vault for Michigan, we'll be looking at Natalie Wojcik.
You're going to see a similar vault. Yurchenko 1.5. And it looks like she just opened up a little bit too early, maybe anticipating that landing, had to take a step back.
as we take another look here.
Overall, great vault, though.
Now, Wojciech, according to the USA Gymnastics webpage, she got involved in gymnastics at age 3 when her mom saw her trying to flip on the furniture and signed her up for a class. And take a look at where she's at now.
Funny, that's very similar to how I started gymnastics.
Well, isn't that something? Now we'll head back over to the uneven bars, where we see Olivia Weir for the Terps. Now Olivia's a freshman out of Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania. Last time out on the bars against Rutgers, she got a 9.8. She's a 4-time junior Olympic national qualifier.
Blind full into a Ginger, a little bit of leg separation, but clean catch. Great shoot over. Blind full, double tuck, and another stuck landing for the freshman. Olivia is a competitor.
You always love to see that out of the people who are just new to the program.
Absolutely. See another look at that dismount. Just great.
Back over to the vault for Michigan. Took a look there as Gabby Wilson in that 3 spot again for the vault.
We're going to take another look. Another Yurchenko 1.5 and just a small hop forward. Great execution on that vault.
And we're taking a look here again at Coach Brett Nelligan, his 12th season. He's had a pretty decent recruiting class come up for him. I mean, obviously you were coach under Brett Nelligan, so can you speak a little bit to what coach is like?
Yeah, absolutely. This whole coaching staff is great. They understand, yes, they want you to be great at gymnastics, but they want you to be good people, good in the classroom, good outside, just having conversations. So they're just very good people, very great coaches, and my time at Maryland was fantastic.
We always love to see a good program in a very important spot. As we head back over here to the uneven bars, where we're going to check out Taylor Austerhout.
Taylor does a big Jaeger release into a shoot over. Very difficult connection. Great handstand there. There's a blind change into a double tuck dismount and just has to take 1 step backwards, but that was a good routine from Taylor.
The 5-year level 10 competitor, the freshman out of Clarks Summit, Pennsylvania.
Take another look at that dismount. Very difficult dismount, blind landing. Not really sure where the ground is on that one, but that was a good routine from Taylor.
And back over to the vault.
And another stuck Yurchenko 1.5.
Naomi Morrison. Morrison, her sister was a gymnast actually at the University of Washington, so runs in the family, it seems.
Take another look at that vault. Great block and stuck the landing.
And as we head back over here to the uneven bars, only have a couple more gymnasts to go in the rotation. Now, speaking about injuries, Maryland has been hindered partially by injuries. We saw Emma Silberman go down in the Big 5 meet just a week or two ago, and she's supposed to get surgery on her torn ACL next week.
Yeah, that was a big loss for Maryland. Again, obviously you never want to see anyone go down with an injury, especially someone that contributes so much to this team. But you see her standing there, she is contributing in whatever way she possibly can, cheering on her teammates and providing that support to them.
Speaking of teammates, here we are back at the uneven bars. Sonia Glauber.
Great Tkachev. A lot of height on that release move. Shoot over to handstand. Great line on those handstands. Just the dismount. does a double layout, and another stuck landing for this Maryland bar squad. They are excited about this one. Take another look. Fantastic dismount. Sonia is capable of getting a very high score on that event.
Here we'll take a look at the vault.
Another stuck Yurchenko 1.5 for Michigan. That's 3 now. That is exactly what you want to see.
Sierra Brooks for the Wolverines. Let's take another look here.
Amazing.
Sophomore putting in work for this Michigan squad, trying to push them closer to the regional qualifiers. As we come back over to the uneven bars, you're going to see senior Audrey Barber here. And what a career she has had at the University of Maryland.
You see Coach Brett talking Audrey through her routine here. Audrey is ranked number 13 nationally on this event.
Yeah, and Audrey's coming off a season high and career best 39.425 in the all-around versus Rutgers last time out. So look for a big showing from the senior tonight.
Huge release into a connected shoot over. Back up to the high bar. Just the dismount left. Double layout. And a stuck landing from the senior. Those sticks are contagious.
What a finish from Audrey Barber. And here we're heading back over to the vault. Reina Gugino for the Wolverines.
And another stuck Yurchenko 1.5. I am speechless. This is a fantastic vault rotation from Michigan. Fantastic. Gets great distance, great height off the table, and just drills it.
Looking back here at Audrey Barber, her dismount.
Just great. Everyone is sticking here.
Awesome to see for the Terps on the senior night. Here we are in the last part of the uneven bars. Alexis Rubio will take to it for the Terps.
This is not an event that you would normally see Alexis compete. Obviously put in the lineup after Aleka was announced that she was unable to compete.
Yeah, the junior out of Berlin, New Jersey is really stepping up big here.
Absolutely. She has taken that into her own hands and has really stepped up on all aspects of her gymnastics. So you mount the bar. Does a swing half into a Ginger, a little bit of leg separation, but catches very nicely. Does a shoot over. Line full into a double tuck and just a small step backwards. That was a great routine for Alexis.
Yep, definitely here again, the junior stepping up big here in the shoes as we take another look here.
You see the smile on her face. She's happy with that one.
And coach was very happy with that one as well.
Very.
So we go back over to the vault for the Wolverines. This is an exhibition.
That was a Yurchenko full. Looked like she maybe anticipated and wanted that stick. Had to take a little hop forward, but that was a great vault.
So take another look here. Maddie Mariani, the junior out of Tucson, Arizona.
Great body position in the air. Keeps her hips very flat.
Now, Mariani was a 3-time Arizona Most Outstanding Level 10 Gymnast of the Year. As we take a look here at the Michigan Vault scores,
Wow. That is all I can say.
39.975s for the squad. 49.8.
That is incredible. To put that into perspective, that is 2/10 off of a perfect 50 score.
That's insane.
That is fantastic. You see all scores counting above a 9.9.
And that is exactly what we were talking about before we started. As we watch the Wolverines continue to perform big on the big stage. We'll be coming back soon after the break on the Big Ten Network. And we welcome you back inside the Xfinity Center here in College Park, Maryland, where we have the 4th-ranked Michigan Wolverines taking on the Maryland Terrapins. After 2 rotations, we're looking at the scores here. Obviously, Michigan's score on the vault was unbelievable, 49.8, just 2/10 away from a perfect score.
Fantastic, if I say so myself.
And they are at a 99.15 at the moment, which is give or take a little less than 9/10 away from a perfect score. So they're looking to keep that going. But we just got word for the floor routine that Natalie Wojcik will not be competing. So we have a little change there. So she will not be in the all-around. But Michigan will still be sending out quality competitors to the floor.
Absolutely.
And then we're looking on the flip side over to the beam for Maryland. Maryland's going to be leading on with Kalia Burgess and ending with the senior Audrey Barber. Starting with a senior, and we're ending with a senior here.
This is a very great beam group. A lot of veterans in here.
And we're obviously going to be seeing Sabria Rouse, who we haven't seen yet, but she's also another senior we'll be talking about tonight. She is the 4th senior we'll be seeing as she continues to do well on the beam. And as we see here, Kalia Burgess talking to coach. The senior out of Woodbridge, Virginia. She competed 3 times last season, but was suspended for a violation of team rules. But she posted a 9.9 on the floor against Rutgers. So we'll be definitely keeping an eye out for her and seeing how she does tonight. And we'll watch here as she takes the beam first for the Maryland Terrapins.
And Kalia is a great beam worker. She has experience in this leadoff spot and knows exactly what to do for her team. To the front toss, into a back handspring, and that was a beautiful series for Kalia. Great jumps. You see very focused and very confident on this event. Side semi, beautiful landing. Full turn requirement. Just the dismount left. Swing through into a front full and just a small step out. That was a fantastic routine for Kalia.
And she looks completely pumped up about the way she did.
See another look at her series there. Fantastic. And a very controlled dismount.
And now we're going to move on over to the floor for Michigan. We're going to see Nicoletta Koulos.
Gears up for her first pass. There's a 2.5 twist, very controlled landing. Second pass does a double pike, drills it. Floor is one of those events where you get to show off your personality through your artistry.
100%. And for Kulos, actually, her sister Penelope was on the University of Michigan dance team. So maybe she learned a couple moves from her sister as well.
Last pass here. Front layout, front full, gorgeous landing. And that is exactly what that Michigan squad wanted her to do in the leadoff spot.
And we're going to take another look here.
Gets a lot of height on that double pike. And then a great connection pass. Dances right out of it.
And as we push on over to the beam, we'll be looking at Sophia LeBlanc, the sophomore out of Waltham, Mass.
Back handspring, layout step out. Looks like she was just a little off on that skill. Had to come off the beam. Switch split into a switch half. She looks just a little bit shaky up there, but she'll want to finish this routine very strong. Gainer layout full and a stuck landing. Maryland will look to drop that score. You see, her feet were just a little off there, wasn't able to save herself, but she brought it back with that dismount.
And now we're going to move on over back to the floor for Michigan, where we see Carly Bauman.
Big double pike to start things off. Double tuck, fantastic landing. You see her teammates in the corner cheering her on as she goes for her last pass, 1.5, front layout. Absolutely beautiful. And that was another great routine for Michigan.
And as we take another look coming up, a couple of big moves for the freshman out of Iowa.
See a lot of height on that double tuck, and she doesn't need to take the controlled step out of it. And a beautiful last pass.
Heading back over to the beam for Maryland. Taking a look at Olivia Weir.
Does her series, back handspring layout, step out, very sharp.
Now Weir's career high was against Penn State this season, a 9.775 on the beam.
Standing layout step out, gorgeous. Great leap, she has been solid. And you see in her face, she is a competitor. She's trying to put this team back on their feet after a fall. Just the dismount, back handspring, 1.5 twist, and a great landing for Olivia.
As we're taking a look here.
See her series, fantastic. And then capitalizes on that dismount.
Heading back over to the floor routine for Michigan. We're taking a look at Naomi Morrison, the freshman out of Chandler, Arizona.
Beautiful double pike. Followed by a double tuck, great landing.
And you could tell she liked the way she landed that. She was smiling the whole way through.
For sure, you gotta have fun with it. Great leaps there, a lot of extension. Final pass, front layout, front full. Very nice. And Michigan is just stacking these floor routines up nicely. See her second pass here. Sky high on that double tuck. And great last pass.
And we head back over to the beam, where we see senior Sabria Rouse in her last regular season matchup for the Terrapins.
Standing layout, step out. Done very well. Does her series, back handspring, layout, step out, solid, and a smile from Sabria.
The senior out of Cary, North Carolina, has competed in all meets this year for beam and floor.
Yes.
Last time out, she had a 9.825 on the beam.
Just the dismount left. She's going to do a round off 1.5. And just a small hop forward. That was a good routine for Sabria.
Let's take another look here.
And you see fantastic series there. And then a very clean dismount to finish.
Back over to the floor, looking at Michigan's Sierra Brooks, who is going to be the only person competing in the all-around today for Michigan, after Natalie Wojcik was taken out of the lineup for the floor routine.
There's a full in to start things off. That is a very difficult E-pass.
Last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year is not messing around on the floor.
No kidding. Front through. to double tuck. Another very difficult pass. Does it very well. Last pass, double pike, very clean landing. And that was a fantastic routine for Michigan. See her connection pass there, bounces out of it a little bit, but just fantastic. And finishes super well on that pass.
Heading back over to the beam for Maryland, you have the sophomore Reese McClure. Reese, not too far away out of Frederick.
Oh, and that is a very uncharacteristic fall from Reese. Saw she was a little crooked on that skill and couldn't hold on to it.
Like you said, that's a very unusual fall for her. Since last time out against Rutgers, she took the title for beam with a 9.875.
Yeah, Reese has a lot of potential in this event, and typically is one of those where you almost guarantee for her to hit. Front toss to back handspring for her series. Unique dismount, front Rudy off the beam. And unfortunately, Maryland will have to count a fall.
Yep. We'll take another look at fall here.
See, just a little bit crooked and almost like she had too much speed that she just couldn't hold on to that one. Great dismount, little hop back, but she doesn't look too happy with that one.
Understandably so. As we head back over to Michigan's forward routine, we'll be taking a look at Gabby Wilson for the Wolverines. Wilson again coming off a freshman year where she was all Big Ten first team.
And you see another full in, but she does it without grabbing her legs, making it that much more difficult. Showing off her dance here. Front layout, front full, beautiful.
As we see here, her teammates are actually mimicking her moves. It's like they know it.
Welcome to NCAA Gymnastics. Goes for her last pass, double tuck, perfect. That was a great landing on that skill. And her team is very excited about that one.
Understandably so. As we take another look here at her second pass.
Fantastic landing on that last pass.
Michigan is looking very confident on the floor right now. As we head back over to Maryland on the beam, senior Audrey Barber. Now Barber has a couple honors from being at the university. She was first team and second team all Big Ten honors. And she is a 2016 Junior Olympic team member as well.
See a great series there. Very strong finish on that skill. Front toss into her connected jump. Beautiful 180 on those jumps. Just the dismount left for Audrey. Does a double twist and a stuck landing for the senior. Fantastic way to get this team back on their feet.
She's definitely excited by the way she finished that.
Just solid. And a fantastic dismount.
And that's one of those times where you mentioned senior leadership really comes into play here as we head back on over to the floor for the Wolverines.
Great double pike.
Reina Gugino, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida. Back in 2016, she was a vault and balance beam champion at the Eastern National Championships.
Flashing that Michigan M. Front layout, front full, and dances right out of it. Goes for her last pass, front layout into a Rudy, and a fabulous landing.
And it looks like the team's pretty satisfied with that go.
I'll say so. That was a great routine from Reina.
So we take another look here.
Great connection pass. And another one. Very good landing.
And when we talk about head coach Bev Plotke and what she has done with this Michigan gymnastics team, it's just absolutely incredible. Now, obviously, last season was cut short due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They weren't able to have a postseason, as you all know. But Plotke's record is 790, 260, and 4, which is insane for a head coach. She is one of the best in collegiate gymnastics by far. In her 32nd season as head coach, she's doing the most. And as we look here at the Maryland beam scores, a 48.25.
Yeah, obviously, you saw Maryland had to count that fall. They counted a 9.25 from Sophia LeBlanc. So event, but they'll look to make up some room on floor.
Definitely, as you look back over at Michigan, though, as they are dominating this performance here in College Park, Maryland. We'll be back soon on the Big Ten Network, where it'll be the final and fourth rotation of this meet. Stay with us. And welcome back inside the Xfinity Center here in College Park, Maryland, where we're going to be Michigan Wolverines against the Maryland Terrapins in the season finale for both squads for the regular season. As we take a look here, after 3 rotations, Michigan's posting a strong 148.5.
Yeah, that is a fantastic score going into their last rotation here at the Xfinity Center.
100%, and they would have to score a 49.55 to set a new program record if they were to do that here tonight. But all eyes, of course, here we're going to look at the Michigan floor. This was their results from before. They had a 49.35, which is not too shabby for that Michigan squad.
Yeah, that is a great score, and you see a 9.9 and a 9.925 in that 4 and 5 spot, definitely contributing to that team score.
100%. As we take a look over at the Maryland floor order, of course, we're going to be looking at all 4 seniors are going to be participating in the event.
Yeah, they're all going out together. You'll see Sabria in the 4th spot, Kalia in the 5th, Audrey in the 6th, and then you're going to see an exhibition from Randy Morris.
That's just awesome here on senior night in College Park. It's awesome to see them all participating in one event together. That's something awesome to see. And then over again, we're going to be taking a look at Michigan on the beam. And their order is stacked as always. Natalie Wojcik coming back into the lineup at that 5 spot. Carly Bauman's going to lead it off for the Wolverines. And obviously, Sierra Brooks, the sophomore, at that 4 spot in the all-around. She's definitely contributing to this Michigan lead. And coincidentally enough, today at the Big Ten men's basketball tournament, we saw the men also taking on Michigan. Now, they didn't fare too well as they fell to the Wolverines 79-66. But still, coincidentally enough, they're both on the same day.
As Carly takes the beam here. Starts things off with a full turn requirement. Beautiful series, back handspring, back layout, step out. Switch half into a split jump. Very difficult leap combination there. She does a side summy, but with straight legs. Very unique skill there. And Carly, just a freshman, but looking very confident in that leadoff spot. Side aerial, back layout full, and a stuck dismount for the Michigan Wolverines.
And their squad seems very pumped up about the freshman's performance as we take another look here.
Yeah, you saw them flashing that 10. They want a perfect score here for Carly.
And a solid dismount from the freshman out of Iowa.
Very great routine.
Now as we're heading over to the floor for Maryland, we're taking a look at Sophia LeBlanc to start it off for the Terps.
She does a double pike, steps out of bounds. Again, this is not an event that you would see Sophia normally compete on, but stepping in for Aleka here. Sophia does a very nice job of showing off her dance. Front handspring, front full into a front tuck. I think that was supposed to be a front layout. Maybe lost a little bit of power on that connection. And maybe not the routine that she wanted to start off this event, but she stayed on her feet. It's a hit routine.
Just take another look here. That first pass.
And the judges will have to take for her stepping out of bounds there. Maybe just didn't get the punch that she wanted between those two skills.
And as we head back over to the beam for Michigan, we're going to see Gabby Wilson.
Does a sky-high back handspring, back layout step out. She was floating on that skill.
And correction on my half, Gabby Wilson's also actually performing in all 4 events, so she's also in the all-around.
Dances right out of that full turn. Looks like just the dismount. Does a double tuck, and that is a very hard dismount, but she sticks it. That is incredible.
She is pumped up about that one, and I would be too if I were her, because I know that by no means can I do any of that.
You see her float on that series, just beautiful. And then a very hard dismount, but she sees that landing and she drills it. Her team is pumped up, so is she. That should be a great score.
As we head back over to the floor, we'll see Alexis Rubio for the Terrapins. Rubio competed in 9 meets last year before the season was cut short. So we see her get going here. And we're just, as we see Alexis Rubio starting her floor routine here, the junior out of Berlin, New Jersey, who last year in her 9 meets for the Terps competed for them on the floor.
Great double pike to start things off. Does a 1.5 into a front layout. Looked a little bit low on that second skill, had to take a step forward. Alexis really showing off her personality in the dance here as she gears up for the last pass. Does a double tuck and a beautiful landing on that skill. That was a great routine for the junior.
And as we head, we'll take another look at these.
You see just a little bit too high on that first skill, caused her to be a little low on the second skill, but she nailed the last pass.
Yeah, it looks like she didn't get enough punch in the first one, but she definitely made up for it with the final pass. As we head back over to the beam for Michigan, where the Wolverines seeing the likes of Lauren Farley.
And she dominates this event. That was a triple series, very difficult. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out, layout, step out.
Now Farley's also a senior from Dallas, Texas. In 2015, she was the Junior Olympics bars champion. She was our high school valedictorian, so good on the bar, on the beams, but also good in the classroom.
All around person. Does a side aerial there, looked a little bit off, maybe dropped her shoulder a little bit too early, had to come off the beam. And that's very uncharacteristic for Lauren. She has a gainer dismount.
She doesn't seem too happy with that one.
No, this is the only event she competes, and she is a specialist on this event, so I think she holds herself to a pretty high standard on this event. Unfortunately had to come off there, but a great stuck dismount to finish things off.
As we head back over to the floor routine for the Terps.
And this is a fun one from Reese McClure. 90s hip hop is this routine. Sky high double tuck. and she gets all of her teammates into this one. Front layout into a Rudy. Gorgeous landing. As she brings in the fans too.
And Reese is no stranger to good scores on the floor. She has a 9-9 3 times. That's her career high. Last time at the Terrapin Invitational back March 1st of last year. So she is no stranger to this routine.
No, she excels on this event. You see it here. Just the last pass. Front layout into a front full and an amazing landing. That'll be a great score for the sophomore.
Next on team from Michigan, Sierra Brooks.
And going back, take a look here.
See that second pass, very controlled landing. And same with that last pass, does those connection passes very well.
Heading back over to the beam for Michigan. Taking a look at Sierra Brooks, the other contender for the all-around for the Wolverines.
And she just did a beautiful triple series. Does a switch split into a switch split, gets a lot of extension on those two skills.
Now, obviously, back to Lauren Farley's fall in the last series on beam. Michigan, on the bright side, they have a 6th person going, so they won't necessarily have to take that score if need be.
Yeah, they're going to look to finish this rotation strong. Goes for her dismount. Another double tuck and almost a stuck landing. Very, very difficult dismount. She does it so well.
As we take another look here at a series.
Back handspring layout, step out, solid. And gets a lot of height on that dismount. Just the tiniest shuffle forward.
And as we take a look here, Sabria Rouse, the senior, getting ready for her last floor routine inside of the Xfinity Center.
She's going to want to leave it all out on the floor. Another fun floor routine. Double pike, first pass. Looks like she maybe stepped on the line there. I'm not quite sure if that was out of bounds or not. One and a half, front layout. Again, looked a little high on that 1.5 and a little low on that front layout. Taking a final breath before her last pass. Double tuck and a great landing from Sabria.
Next on team from Michigan, Natalie Wolfkin.
As we take another couple looks here at the seniors' final routine.
You see, she just has to whip that front layout around a little bit. Stays on her feet, though. And then a beautiful double tuck to finish things off.
As we head back over to the beam for Michigan, Natalie Wojcik for the Wolverines back in action.
and she is ranked number 4 nationally on this event.
That is impressive.
Does a beautiful leap series there. Back handspring, layout, step out. Doesn't move her feet at all. That was solid.
Absolutely clean.
Beautiful full turn.
Now, Wojciech is a volunteer coach for the Berks County Special Olympics gymnastics team, which is really sweet.
Goes for the dismount, 1.5, and just a small hop forward. That was a great routine for Natalie.
So look here at her series.
Another triple series, very difficult. She does it very nicely. And then great height on that dismount, just a tiny hop, but a wonderful routine.
So head back to the floor routine for the Terrapins. Another senior, Kalia Burgess.
And Kalia excels on this event. Not only is her tumbling amazing, but she knows how to dance.
And last time out against Rutgers, she posted a 9.9 on floor, so we'll see if she can match that or beat it.
Does a triple twist there, looked a little bit short on that landing, but that's a very difficult E-pass. Gets ready for that last pass. Front layout into a front full. Great pass. And that was another hit routine for Maryland.
And although the Terrapins may not catch up to the Wolverines tonight, it still looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's senior night. You want to have fun. You see a little bit short on that triple twist, but brings it back on this last pass, has fun during the routine.
And her teammates are there hyping her up as well, so.
For sure.
Heading back over to the beam for Michigan. Abbey High School.
Beautiful side aerial there. Switch split into a straddle quarter. Great series, back handspring, layout, step out. Looks like just the dismount left. Round off into a 1.5 and a small hop forward. That was a wonderful routine for Abby in the anchor spot.
Take a look here.
And you see how sharp she finishes, so strong. Smiles on that landing, she is happy, so is her team.
Finishing strong as we head back over to the floor routine. Speaking of finishing strong, we'll take a look at Audrey Barber.
Audrey starts things off with a very difficult pass, full in, and drills it. One and a half into a front pike. Gorgeous landing.
And Audrey would be one of those seniors that for sure the team will miss next year.
Absolutely. Audrey contributes not only gymnastically, but again, she does provide that senior leadership to the rest of the girls on the team.
And obviously the Maryland squad is a younger squad, so hopefully they've learned a lot from their 4 seniors who will be graduating shortly.
Yeah, this is a great class. I had the opportunity of competing with them, and they're just great people. Just the last pass left for Barber. Double tuck. And a fantastic routine.
That's a
great way for her to go out.
Yeah, of course. Both have the same thing to say. Great sequence from Archie Barber as we take another look here.
See that first pass, huge full in, lots of air on that skill. And then the double tuck.
As we're back here for the exhibition for Michigan, Maddie Mariani. And if you take a look up at the scoreboard, I believe Michigan has posted a new program best. Again, 198.1 is what we're looking at right now. And if those scores stand, that'll be a new program record.
Unbelievable. I am at a loss for words. That is fantastic.
Especially coming off last week, I thought that it would be really, really hard to outscore that this week. But this team keeps producing and pushing closer to that postseason run.
For sure, and Maddie takes her opportunity in the exhibition spot here. Doing a great job so far. Back handspring layout, step out. Little balance check on that series, but stays on. And this exhibition spot really allows the gymnast to get some experience on the competition floor. Great 1.5 dismount.
And we'll take another couple looks here.
See her side aerial, solid. In that dismount, just has to take the tiniest of steps, but that was a great routine for Maddie.
And now we'll head back over to the floor for Maryland, their final part of the night. Senior Randy Morris. Again, we talked about how the 4 seniors are competing in this event together. Although this is an exhibition, it's still sweet.
Yeah, this is a great way for Randy to go out. She hasn't been on floor yet this season, so really excited to see what she does this routine. Starts things off with a double pike.
Now, in Morris's 4 years at the university, her highest score was on floor with a 9.85.
Yeah, and Randy was actually a transfer gymnast. She came here her junior year. So, very excited to see how Randy ends her career. Does a double tuck there, looked a little bit short, had to put her hands down. Again, she hasn't competed this event this season yet, so it's a little different coming from practice onto the competition floor. Front layout into a front full. And just wasn't able to get that punch between the skills, had to take a fall. But still great that she was able to come out here and perform tonight.
Of course, of course. Also very important for these seniors on their senior as we take another look here.
You see that first pass, very good job there. And then that last pass, just looked a little bit gassed on that.
And as we take a look here at the Terrapins are going to fall short if scores stand as they are. As we take a look at their floor routine, and did it with a 48.675.
And that's a little low compared to normal, but some highs in this event for Maryland. 9.9 from Audrey Barber. That is a huge score for her.
That's definitely a good way for the senior to go out.
For sure.
And I always take a look at the Michigan beam, a 49.6.
That is stacked. All scores counting up at a 9.9 or higher. They didn't even need to worry about that fall. Scratched that and came out with a huge score on beam and if it stands overall.
Yeah, and we'll be back shortly for the award ceremony here in College Park, Maryland from the Xfinity Center. Stay with us. And as we welcome you back in the Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland, it's a bittersweet moment tonight for the Terrapins as they come up a couple points short of the Michigan Wolverines, who now have posted a program best just coming off a match where they had done that prior. So how big for this Michigan Wolverines team is it about to head into the Big Ten Championships next week?
This is huge, not only for their NQS, their national qualifying score in the rankings, but for confidence. They have beat their program record 2 weeks in a row now. That is saying something about this Michigan Wolverines gymnastics team.
And obviously a lot of credit is due to head coach Bev Plotke, who is absolutely turning this Michigan gymnastics team into a powerhouse in the Big Ten Conference. But coming back to that senior night topic, senior Audrey Barber did something special tonight. She posted a new career best in the all-around.
She did just that. She had a 39.55, and that is huge for the senior. What a way to go out in your home arena with your teammates and your family in the stands. That is incredible, and I'm very proud of her.
That is awesome for her, and like you said, for her family in the stands to be able to witness that. As we wait here for the awards ceremony to get going, obviously, bittersweet moment for the Terrapins, but they're looking to take some positives out of this and head into the championships next week.
Yeah, that's the end of the regular season. We're going to championships, Big Ten championships, and then postseason. This is the exciting part.
Right now, they're just confirming the scores with the judges to confirm and make sure all the scores on the board are correct. Now, obviously, if everything stands, like I've said many times before, Michigan's going to have that program best high of 198.1, a significant achievement for the Wolverines today in College Park.
That is an elite score in NCAA gymnastics. People don't understand how hard that is.
Yeah, and again, you know, you can't attribute it to anybody but the coach and also the gymnasts themselves. I mean, coming off a season where they had to just do a quick turnaround and get going in the gym and training again, it's huge for them to be able to come out and have such a productive season like they have.
Absolutely. A lot of different things this year. You know, COVID-19, everyone's wearing the masks, and things have looked a little different in preseason into season, but they're rolling with the punches and excelling. So we start awards now. Your vault winners, all from Michigan.
With a score of 9.95 from Michigan, Natalie Wojcik.
Natalie Wojcik, the bars winner tonight with a 9.95.
9.975 from Michigan, Gabby Wilson.
The winner on the balance beam tonight, Gabby Wilson with a 9.975. And she takes the floor title with a 9.925.
And she probably shouldn't sit down too quickly again because...
No, I would tell her to stay standing.
Here you have Sierra Brooks from Michigan placing third in the all-around for tonight.
Tonight with an all-around score of 39.55 from Maryland, Audrey Barber.
Audrey taking that second spot in the all-around tonight. Great score for her.
All-around champion, finishing with a score of 39.625.
And heading back to the Michigan star of the night, Gabby Wilson taking first place in the all-around at a 39.625.
Fantastic performance.
Place with a total score of 195.05, Maryland.
And Maryland finishes out the night today with 195.05, falling a little over 3 points short of Michigan.
Michigan coming out on top with a huge 198.1. If we haven't said it enough, fantastic score for them.
And you know, that's going to wrap it up here in College Park. It was a big night for the Michigan Wolverines, the final meet of the regular season, heading into the Big Ten championships next season. For the Big Ten Network, I'm Stephen Mailing alongside Kirsten Peterman. We'd like to thank you for joining us tonight, and stay safe and healthy.